Hello, children of the internet. It is I, foggyseñor, and welcome once again to Let's Play Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. In the previous episode, we rescued our little boy, Kuro, from the Moonview Tower, and we tried to smuggle him out of the Ashina Castle and its surrounding sort of environs, but we were unsuccessful, and we had our arm cut off by a man called Genichiro. We did not die. We were rescued by this man sitting in here, called the Sculptor, and he gave us a prosthetic arm that is apparently designed for shinobi and can be modified with shinobi tools. So he has told us that if we find any out in the world, we are to bring them back to him to have them fitted to our arm. He also tells us that Kuro is currently in the clutches of the Ashina clan and that they plan to use his blood, which is special in some way, shape, or form. We have a lot to learn about, but that's the main thing going on, is we need to rescue Kuro somehow. I'm glad we have this new arm to hopefully help with that, but before we leave from this little temple that the Sculptor is hanging out in, I want to inspect this Buddha over here. Memories, eh? Anger, sadness, I don't know, is regret one of those things? Whatever. If I ever need to confront any of that stuff, I'll give you a ring, pal. Okay. Now we're back outside, still snowing. It's gonna be snowing most everywhere we go, but I don't know why I'm talking about that. We've got an item to grab back behind the temple. A light coin purse. Oh, I didn't stop to read it. Why did I not stop to read it? It is a purse filled with a small amount of sen. It can be used to acquire the sen inside, has a somewhat satisfying weight to it. The sen in this purse is not lost upon death. That last sentence is the important part about these coin purse items. You'll be picking up sen off of enemies that you defeat, but those will go into that 0 in the bottom right corner there. There's sort of a golden circle and a 0 next to it. That's our sen. And that's just how much we're carrying, like, on us. And that can be lost when we die. These coin purses cannot. We can wait to use them, and then they will add to our total. So, those are nice. Stock up on those and then spend them, you know, when you reach a shop or whatever. It's that kind of thing. Okay, remnants. This is not something that was in the game initially. This is a new addition, and it's not something that we are engaging with at all. Shinobi can leave behind shadows of their past actions known as remnants. Remnants are left to discipline one's peers. Some are masters of the way ahead, others provoke sporting rivalries. Essentially the Sekiro version of what FromSoftware was famous for doing Demon Souls through Bloodborne up to this point. The asynchronous multiplayer situation, the idea of a single-player game that can cross over with other people's single-player games in little ways, or in major ways in some cases. Here is a sculptor's idol. Did they even tutorialize this? I thought they were supposed to when I came out here, but whatever. Here we go. Okay. Sculptor's idols serve as a checkpoint and can be found throughout Ashina. Resting at a sculptor's idol will completely replenish vitality and restore 1 use of resurrection. Additionally, quick items and spirit emblems in storage will be added to your current inventory. With some exceptions, resting will also revive defeated enemies. Yeah, there's not many exceptions, but there are some. Absolutely. So that's our sculptor's idol. I'm going to be coming back to that in a second, but one more thing that the sculptor did tell us in the previous episode was about a guy or some person, some stranger hanging out in a clearing out this way. And here he is. He said we might get along with each other. I want to know what he meant by that.
見ぬ顔だな。そこもと、名は。名乗られぬか。だが、腕ある忍びとお見受けした。忍びの技ならば、あるいは。そこもとよ。ぜひ、それがしと、立ち会ってもらおう。
What? Face you in battle? You can't just pull a sword on me like that, brother. Here, have a blade through the neck. Pull that shit on me. What were you hanging? What? Wait, what? What? Still alive? How does this work? Sir?
見事なものであった。それがしをかように従前に殺した者、そうはおらぬ。お主は何だ？死なず、あるいは虫つきと呼ぶ者もおるな。死ねぬので、ただここにおるのだ。そこもとはこのような荒れ寺で何よ。随分と眉間にシワが寄っておる。そこもとよ。それがしを使い、刀の修練をせぬか。お主の使命を果たすために。死ねぬ体ゆえ、幾度でも切られてやれるぞ。どうじゃ。
I love that idea. I think it's great.
よし。ではやろう。
I would love to murder you over and over and over again. Let's, do a little talking, and then we can do a little training, I think. Hanbei, the Undying.
そこもとよ。この社には、行き場を失った者が集うようだ。俺、現に、それがしも、ここにおる。だからかの。そこの賽銭箱にも、時折、何やら流れ着くのよ。
Yeah, so there's an offering box in this little temple thingy here. And if we miss any major items along the path of the game, then they appear in the box, and you can purchase them instead of picking them up in the world, but they are quite expensive if you acquire them that way, so try to explore as good as you can so you don't have to buy goodies later on. Is that all you have to say about this? Yeah. He's just going to repeat himself. Yes, we will, we'll learn a few things here. We're going to practice attacking, which is something we already have had some practice with, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to get a little more practice. Same deal. We come up on him. Just keep swanging. Keep swanging. Attack, attack, attack. Swang, swang, swang. One more time ought to do it. Anything he can teach you, or that you can practice on him, I believe you have to demonstrate it 3 times. in order to proceed. Deflection. Practicing the basics of deflection. Okay. That's something I could use a little more practice. I could always use more practice deflecting. The timing of deflects is one of those things that's... No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You weak man. Try harder. I swat you away. I swat you away like a fly. Was that 3 times? Are we done? Are you convinced of my splendor? Step dodge. This is not something that they really explained, but I did utilize this in the first episode. To great effect, I will add, step dodge allows one to avoid attacks. Dodging won't compromise enemy posture, but it may help one avoid damage. Evade enemy attacks, then attack and perform 3 death blows. B is your step dodging button, and right button right after you've done it will give you a dodging counter attack. Well, that didn't quite work the way it was supposed to. Trying to step dodge here. Come on now. There we go. Okay. Can I stand back up, please? Let's try this one more time. I'm too close to him. Fuck you. Fuck you, what's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. I'm gonna come up on your ass and stab you through the shoulder. Are you fucking kidding me? I dodged out of the way of that. Like wide right, wide left, whatever you want to call it. Again? Really? Whatever. B is for dodging. But you can't really use it, Hold on a second. Something closer to a real fight? What are you talking about? The real thing?
なぜそこまで
半分は退屈しのぎ、もう半分はそうじゃな。そこもとの眉間のシワを取ってやりたいのよ。さあ、良いからやるぞ。
Free combat is now available, yes. In free combat, you just practice, well, there's different versions of free combat, I suppose. The fundamentals is what we've learned here today. And I guess we can try that. It will just be a mix of the things that we've learned. What I was going to talk about with the step dodge, though, is you can't really use it if you're familiar with Dark Souls and Bloodborne and that. You're definitely you're not meant to use the dodge in this game really in the same way. If you try to dodge around people like you would in Dark Souls, you tend to get hit. There's a little bit more of an art to the step. The step dodge in this game is more about spacing, really. It's about spacing yourself and the enemy. God damn, that is violent. But apparently he's happy with it. So, good job. We've done all the combating that we can do. He is gonna repeat himself if I talk to him. I think we are done here. I guess I'll have a look in the offering box. Items that become unavailable elsewhere end up in the offering box. Yeah, that's the thing. If you pass something and there's no way to go back and get it, it'll show up here, but you gotta pay for it. It's empty right now, though, because I haven't done anything, really. We've 1.5 episodes in, and I haven't started the effing game. We're gonna rest at this sculptor's idol. Like so. And it's a good thing I happen to be facing the temple there, because somebody new has arrived, and I'm gonna go talk to them and see if they've got anything interesting to say. Hello? Sure did, I guess.
何者だ。
エマと言います。猿お方に仕えるクスシです。
猿お方とは。
すみませぬが、主の命にて明かせません。ただ、あなたを助けよと、そう仰せつかっています。信用しろとは言いません。ですが、私は主の命を果たさねばならぬのです。あなたが持っている薬水のひょうたん、それはもともと私が作り上げたものです。クスシとして助けとなりましょう。
Okay, you're talking about this healing gourd?
このひょうたん、お主が作ったというのか。
はい。元はクロ様のためにあなたが譲り受けていたのですね。気づいているかもしれませんが、このひょうたんの薬水はおのずと湧き出します。尽きたとて少し休めばまた満ちるでしょう。
クスシとしての助けとは。
ひょうたんの種をお持ちください。
種だと。
はい。薬水はひょうたんの種より湧き出します。新たな種を加えれば薬水の傘が増すでしょう。手に入れたら持ってきてください。
わかった。
Understood. Seeds. Gourd seeds. What else have you got to talk about? This has all been very interesting. She attributes my resurrection to the dragon's blood, which as I understand, is the blood that the Ashina clan are currently trying to use with Kuro. They've captured him and they want to use his blood. And she's saying that's what's brought me back. And also she works for someone and she can't tell me who it is. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Okay, Emma the physician, if that's even your name. What else? A request, huh?
なんだ。
Bold of you.
顔を見せてください。
何？
白いあざ。これは生まれつきですか？
いや。
ならば留飲を受けた者に現れるということか。あるいは兆しか。
もう良いか。
ああ、十分です。無礼をしました。すみませぬ。
This must appear on people who have received the dragon's heritage, huh? So, in my brain, I'm imagining me and Lord Kuro, lying, like, next to each other in the hospital with, like, we're connected up by tubes and blood bags and shit. I guess that's what happened. There's a fun little cave back here with a wall with the outline of a person on it. And, I don't remember what these are called. Shinobi shortcuts, I believe. But this one is sealed off and we can't actually use it. Most of the time you aren't going to notice this is even here, on a first playthrough, but it is. And, it'll become important a little bit later. I think we've done everything that there is to do here, unless the sculptor has anything new for me. Maybe come talk to him. Sculptor man? Yes, me again. I don't care about your Buddha. Okay, it gives me The power to ask him the same questions that we asked him last episode. I don't plan to fuck with any of your sculptures, dude. You just sculpt all day to your heart's content. I couldn't give less of a shit. Okay, grappling hook. The Shinobi Prosthetics grappling hook allows access to normally unreachable places, and a chance to take the high ground. Nearby grapple points are designated with a circular symbol. When this symbol turns green, the grapple point is within reach. Left trigger for the grappling hook. Okay. The circle is green. You can also do it in midair. That's worth pointing out. There are some areas where you're gonna have to sort of make a leap of faith, jump out, and then deploy your grappling hook. It's pretty neat. I think it's great. This is one of the great things that sets this game apart from the other FromSoftware games, and I would say even including Elden Ring. I know Elden Ring allows you to jump, and therefore it is more vertical than your Dark Souls and stuff like that, but this game takes the cake on that front. Verticality of level design. Very, very fun, this grappling hook. Yoink. Come up along this tree branch here. And we have another Sculptor's Idol. I will commune with this idol. Okay, I can now instantly travel between Sculptor's Idols that have already been communed with by accessing the Sculptor's Idol travel menu. Right here. We've got two places, the outskirts, Ashina outskirts, and the dilapidated temple. Okay. There are forces about. I see a guy there. See a guy up there. What's up here? This is safe. There's also an item here. What's this? Ungo's Sugar. A sugar candy made in Senpo Temple, sustaining Ungo's blessing. Temporarily reduces vitality damage taken from physical attacks. Bite the candy and take the Ungo stance to impart its inhuman benediction. Inhuman benediction. Inhuman, huh? By doing so, you endure the excess karma of man from the spirits within. Senpo monks spread this candy across Ashina in honor of her military heroes. I see. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Somebody has seen me. I hear the music of asshole. What were you about to throw at me? I no longer care. Okay, we're in the middle of stuff happening, but let's learn about this now. Enemies drop loot, such as items and money. Multiple enemies can be looted at once, and from some distance away. Items found in the world are different than loot, in that they must be approached to be picked up. So, for loot that drops from enemies, you just press and hold X. And as long as you're close enough, then you sort of just hoover up stuff off of them. Items in the world, like the sugar that we picked up a second ago, you just hit X when you're next to them. I don't know why this matters. This guy is suspicious. That's what the full... When the bar fills up completely yellow, they're gonna come sort of look for you. They're suspicious. They're looking. They're trying to see if there's someone around. Yeah, so we'll loot. Get 22 sen off of these guys, I guess. A ceramic shard, a piece of pottery that breaks with a satisfying crack when thrown. Throw it at an enemy to draw their attention. Throwing and smashing such pieces made for a popular sport amongst Ashina boys. Even after growing up, they remember the old games well. Huh. There's a little cliffside you can drop down here, and another sugar candy. Another sugar candy made in Senpo Temple, sustaining Akko's blessing. Akko? I'm not Japanese, guys. Cut me some slack here. Boosts attack power for a time. Bite the candy and take the Akko stance to impart its inhuman benediction. The spirits embody excess karma. One must bite down hard on the candy and endure what has been brought to pass. More karma. Enduring karma, huh? In order to gain inhuman benediction from a sugar candy. Boosting attack power. That'll come in handy, I'm sure. Alright, let's grapple up here and continue along. We'll get up on this tree and get a vantage point. Have a look around. Okay, grass field. There's a guy sort of walking around. There's items, that's really what I want the most, but problem is we gotta worry about dudes. There's always dudes around trying to kill my ass. I see another sculptor's idol as well. You know what? Why not rest at that and then do some killing? Something is seeing me though. Ah! A rooster? What the fuck? The fuck out of my face, you giant crazy bird. Wild. Alright, well, we can drop down to here. Rest up. Well, not rest up at this idol. As you'll recall, resting resets all the enemies, so the guys I killed would be, like, back. So, don't rest unless you need to. Resting is just to restore your health and items and stuff. What to do now, though? I see there are dogs also. Or wolves or something. Hello. They're not very strong, though. Uh-oh. Some guys heard the ruckus and decided to come join the fight. Note to you, guy, in the future, don't do what you just did and wind up a long attack when your posture is looking like that. Otherwise, you're liable to get killed. Like this. This is a pretty cool thing about the game. The shinobi, the power of the shinobi that we possess, we're able to run up on guys, like, just sort of walk, like I don't have to crouch to not make noise. They won't hear me until I'm literally right behind them in death blow range. I like that feature. Too many stealthy games where you have to crouch up behind guys and then do your takedown. We've got another Ungo's sugar here, okay. I like to have a stockpile of those. Oh, I picked up 2 of them. Okay, so I should have 3. Awesome. That's awesome. Let me go to my quick items and, I'll trade this for ceramic shards. Might use these. These are just for distracting guys, basically. A lot of these sort of... Fistful of Ash, specifically, is an item that's really only useful, at least in my experience, it's only really useful in the early game. We're gonna use it here before too long. First things first, though. Grapple up to here and come into this little hallway here. We've got a dead guy and an important item. Don't continue through the game without coming up here and grabbing this. That's awesome. The shuriken wheel. A mechanical device made by the mechanical genius Dojin. Can be fit into the shinobi prosthetic to become a working prosthetic tool. While it is palm-sized, a surprising number of shuriken can fit into the shuriken wheel, as the edges were designed for stacking. A fine example of what can be achieved when one matches mechanical finesse with a shinobi's talent. Yeah, I can't wait to see what that looks like. Shinobi tools cannot be used on their own. We have to give them to the sculptor to fit to the prosthetic. So we need to travel back to the dilapidated temple in order to do that. So we will come to the sculptor's idol here and, well, I rest, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'm traveling back here, and that also sort of counts as resting. Actually, it is. When you travel, you start in this next area with your stuff restocked, so it's basically resting. My friend, I have acquired a shinobi tool, yes.
忍び騎士は騎馬じゃと言うたが、任務を仕込むことで、その騎馬は形を変えることができるようになる。仇き盾ならば打ち砕き、素早き敵ならば仕留め撃つ。仕込んだ任務が増えるだけ、敵を殺す術も増えるじゃろう。殺す相手なりの殺し方を持つ。そういうことじゃ。随分と詳しい。いかんな。いつまでも血生臭いことを言うておるから、仏の顔も鬼になるのよ。どれ貸してみろ。わしが任務を仕込んでやろう。
I don't understand what our conversation has to do with your sculptures, but apparently if we talk about bloodshed too much, he's going to start carving demons. Here's my prosthetic. If you will, sir, I would like to attach the loaded shuriken. Yes, a shuriken wheel prosthetic tool fitted to the shinobi prosthetic. Costs spirit emblems to use. We haven't learned about that yet, but soon will. Pull a shuriken loaded into the wheel and launch it at a target in a single flowing motion. The swiftly thrown shuriken damages enemy vitality and posture, particularly against those with a tendency to take to the air. So right trigger is our prosthetic button. That's what we'll press to use our equipped prosthetic tool. That sounds simple enough. Okay, cool.
わしが掘る仏はどうやったって怒り顔だ。業深い者はそうなる。お前さんもいつか掘ってみればわかるだろうさ。それで。
Bro, I'm out there killing. You're not gonna catch me sitting around like an old man carving Buddhas. Shut up.
牙の形を増やしたきゃ、せいぜい任務を探すこったな。乗りかかった船じゃ。仕込むことだけはしてやろう。
Prosthetic tools are shinobi tools adapted for use with the shinobi prosthetic. Yes, we've been explained this concept in many ways now at this point. They can be equipped in the equipment menu, and using them consumes spirit emblems. Gotcha. Okay, we've learned all this. Thank you. He talks about owing a deep karmic debt and sculpting Buddhas as a compensation or a whatever you call it. I don't understand karma and Buddhism to the fullest extent. I kind of get it, but I don't know what kind of karmic debt you gotta owe to make a mountain of Buddhas like this. I'll let you count it out for yourself. I'll just have a look around the room. And you do the calculations. What kind of karmic debt is this guy packing? Okay, so we've just picked up a spirit emblem. Spirit emblems are required to activate prosthetic tools and are consumed each time these abilities are used. Spirit emblems can be obtained from defeated enemies in the world and purchased from Sculptor's idols. If you pass near them, they will find their way to you. Cool. Spirit emblems. I've picked up 5. Okay. Prosthetic tools. 3 slots available, so you can have 3 equipped at any time. This isn't hugely important because you can always pause and come and switch out which ones are equipped, and it doesn't affect the game in any way. It's not like it takes time to switch them out or whatever. Like in the actual fight, it's not going to affect you. Obviously, it takes time to do this, but whatever. The spirit emblem cost, it'll always show you that on your prosthetic tool, so it costs 1 to throw a shuriken. I'm not going to be throwing a lot of those right away. I kind of want to build up a little stockpile of spirit emblems, but it's nice to know I now have the option to throw those. Let's continue on from where we... Well, no. I want to come to here. Or no, you know what? Whatever. I'll travel. I'm going to travel again when I get where we're going. Sit down here. I'm going to travel ahead by one idol. Okay, I am gonna use my my shurikens. I'm gonna use it on these dogs. Where's this other one? I hear barking. There you are. You stupid. Yeah, I like the shuriken for those dogs. It's a one-hit KO. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. If you jump up into the air, like over a guy, then you can do a death blow where you land on him and sort of stab him like that, but don't do it on this guy, because it'll alert that guy over there. And I don't want to alert anyone right now. I'd like to do this silently. Picking up all kinds of spirit emblems off of these fools. I like that. Can I reach that, please? Cool, cool, cool. Here we go. This is sick. Hello. Goodbye. Another stealth death blow for you. Add to my stockpile of money and spirit emblems. There is a guy there. I will do one of these for him. I gave him a little shuriken in the middle of my combo there. I thought that'd be fun. It looked cool. It was pretty cool. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, I wanted to come back this way and fully explore. Because we've got a sculptor's idol up there somewhere. Hey, guy. How's it feel to get stabbed in the throat? Alright, a pellet. I'll take it. I'll always take more pellets. Another ceramic shard. Awesome. Very good. Okay, yeah. All of this. Have I been over there? I don't think so. If I have, then I don't remember it. I forgot that I can run. What am I doing? Hold down B if you want to run. If you just tap it, and then he sort of dashes forward, but you can also do a little sprinty sprint like this. Alright. What I want to do first thing is come up here. I'm gonna kill this stupid rooster, crow, whatever the fuck this thing is. I'll sort of come this way and show you down there. You can kind of see him next to that cart, those 2 carts there. There's a guy waiting, and that's a mini boss. difficult enough, especially for a first time playing through the game. But if you're playing along with me and it's your first time, and for whatever reason you're using this as a walkthrough, then let me show you a fun little trick. You come along the side here, like this, crouch down, and you can get up behind him in stealth and get a death blow on him. He has 2 death blow counters, like a lot of mini bosses. Ah, here we go. Okay, let's learn about perilous attacks. He's gonna have some perilous attacks for us to deal with. Some enemies use unguardable, perilous attacks, signified with a danger symbol. When these occur, watch carefully and look to perform a specific response. So, there are 3 different kinds of perilous attack. You have your thrusts, which, if they thrust, there's actually a few different ways to deal with a thrust. Right here it tells you just one, which is to pull off a deflection as the attack is landing. Get a perfect deflect, then the thrust is not a problem. You can also just dodge to the side. If you time it right, if step dodge to the side, then that works as well. And then there's a move that will be unlocking a little bit later. Not too long from now. It's pretty crucial, I think. It's one of my favorite moves, and it's definitely the best way to deal with thrusts. So when we unlock that, we'll talk about that a little more, but they can also do sweeping attacks, and if they are going for a sweep attack, you want to do a jump to jump over it. And for grabs, you want to jump or sprint out of their range or do a step dodge. So grab, just get the fuck away from where they're grabbing. Let us see these things in motion. I'm going to do a little step dodge as he jumps into the air like that. I'll do a deflect this time. Why not? Hey, what are you doing? Don't prepare anything, guy. Yeah, if somebody jumps up in the air like that, you can deflect. Deflecting is always, I think, what they want you to do, but I like to dodge out of the way and get a hit on their vitality. And we'll talk about... Oh, let's learn about the safety roll I just did. To stay down after being knocked to the ground surely means death. A safety roll can be used to quickly recover from being knocked down or posture broken. So if you get posture broken or knocked down, use A or B to do a safety roll. But, I don't even know if he got any perilous attacks off in that fight. We have dispatched the man. I took 1 hit, it's fine. And we've acquired a prayer bead, a loose prayer bead. Offering 4 of them at a sculptor's idol will increase maximum vitality and posture. Currently, we have 1 bead in our possession. In addition to our bead, we're also getting a seed, a gourd seed. Seed from which healing waters continuously spring forth. Give to Emma to increase the maximum uses of the healing gourd. The twisted gourd of medicinal waters was known throughout Ashina since long ago, but it was the extraordinary healer Dojin and his pupil Emma who discovered the self-replenishing nature of this seed. Okay, so Dojin is a healer and a mechanical genius. Gotcha. I wish I could be half as cool as that guy. Dojin. Alright, we've got another fistful of ash. If you're having trouble with this guy, I would recommend maybe equipping some of those fistfuls of ash and using them. As you see here, it says throw it at an enemy to temporarily distract them. If you use them strategically in that fight, you can sort of gain yourself some breathing room, a few seconds here and there, if you need them. So there you go. That's that guy dealt with. I'm going to come back to this sculptor's idol, and we're going to travel back to the dilapidated temple. Ah, okay. We've unlocked the menu for enhancing our physical attributes, but we won't be able to do it because we don't have 4 prayer beads. But now we have it there, we can look at it and long for the day that we have 3 more of them. Let me travel to the dilapidated temple. And we have a new training option available. Cool. I will look at that in a second. I want to come up here and have a little talk with Emma about this seed I've picked up.
よく参られました。
Consume gourd seed to I assume it just means consume it out of my inventory. I don't think we're actually going to eat it. My understanding of this is that we're just putting it in the gourd. I don't know. What do I do with it? Do I eat it?
それをこち
Do I just cut it up like regular
種を
chicken?
ひょうたんに植え付けます。よし。これで薬水の傘が増すでしょう。
Gotcha. I like more volume. More volume in my gourd, more volume in my hair, more volume everywhere.
ですか。悪い気はしません。貢献があれば、奇妙と思うことでも勇んですべし。それが我が師道元の教えですので。
そうか。
ひょうたんの種を見つけたならば、また持ってきてください。薬水のかさ増しをしましょう。
I wonder if that's going to come up at all. This characterization of Dojin and Emma. They are apparently a couple of scientist-y type people who don't mind being seen as strange as long as what they accomplish is effective or does what they want it to do. So ends justify the means? Do they have that kind of thinking to them? Or do they have the capacity for evil, perhaps? I don't know.
白いあざは生まれつきではない。ならば。
Okay, she wants to talk about my face. Stop making fun of me. I don't know what it is. I didn't put it there. I was born this way. Actually, I wasn't. We've seen it in the opening cutscene. This white stuff on my face. It probably is. Probably is from the dragon's heritage. Okay, incarnations of wrath, deep karmic debt. Yeah. Okay. I'll be back. Don't worry. I always want to take advantage of your shelter, you crippled old fool. Alright, so we had another training option unlocked. I guess I will go check that out before we end the episode. I like training with this guy. I like this clearing. It feels safe. I feel safe here.
そこもとか。それがしを使い、刀の修練を積むがいい。
Alright, what's my new training option? Oh, I've got quite a few new training options. Alright, we're gonna learn some stuff. Let's learn how to do consecutive deflections. Deflecting once doesn't always mean an enemy will stop attacking. Yeah, we've seen that once or twice, haven't we? Consecutive attacks can be countered with consecutive deflections, which can greatly damage enemy posture. Okay, I like the sound of that. Let's see. I didn't even get perfect on all of those, and I still managed to completely obliterate him. This consecutive deflection business is pretty nice, I'd say. Have you been paying attention to the deflections? Have you seen the difference between a good one and a bad one in terms of sound and visuals? If you have, then here's your cookie. I pass it to you through the internet. Vitality and posture training. What? I know what those are. What further training could I receive? The lower one's vitality, the slower their posture recovers. Yes, so this is what I was talking about with our mini-boss a little bit ago. I was dodging when he jumped up into the air and hitting him after he landed. This is the reason. You can deflect when guys jump up in the air to do those sorts of attacks, but you can also dodge and get a little hit in on their vitality, and that's going to make their posture recover slower. For enemies with seemingly unbreakable posture, use techniques such as dodge counterattacks to reduce their vitality. That'll make their posture easier to break. So let's practice it on our friend here. Attack him to get his vitality lower. Like that. Now his vitality is down. You can see I am actually doing some damage to his posture now. Nothing's wrong. I'm trying to commentate and fight your gross zombie ass. Dodge out of the way. Slash him from behind. Couple of deflects. Attack. And down he goes again. I will face you again. I'd just like to do it out here, please. Like over this way, perhaps. I was spamming. I'm deflect spamming right now. I need to get back in the swing of this. Deflect when it's coming. Don't sit around spamming your button like that. It's only gonna get harder from here. Okay, so that's our posture and vitality training. It's good to know about that. They teach it to you on a specific boss that you can fight not too far into the game. And that fight, it's basically necessary to damage their vitality, so even if you miss it with Hanbei here, you'll eventually learn about that. Let's learn how to counter thrust attacks. Thrust attacks cannot be guarded, but they can be countered by deflecting or step dodging to the side of them. Okay. So guarding is the official term for what I was talking about. If you hit the left button and it's not a deflect, which is when you time it correctly, then it's just guarding. Which means you're not taking damage, but you're not really damaging their posture. So, we are going to deflect and or dodge to the side of his thrust attacks. I did a deflect and a dodge there just to show him off. Oops, I didn't time that right. I was guarding instead of deflecting, so it hit me. Let me get your throat there, guy. Let me get into your throat and then... Ah ha 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 ha! You are my... bitch. Hold my pocket. Hold my pocket. If this thing I was wearing had pockets, I'd make you hold them. Alright, we have one last training. How to counter sweep attacks. I wish I could have shown this on our mini-boss, but I didn't really get to. I actually did this in the first episode against Genichiro before he sliced my arm off of my body. To counter a sweep attack, they can't be guarded or deflected. You have to jump. You have to jump them. But jumping over them gives you the opportunity to do a jump kick. Jump kicking an enemy during sweep attacks deals heavy posture damage, often leading directly to a death blow. So you jump over the attack, and if you jump in mid-air, sort of on top of your enemy, then you do a jump kick. You, like, jump off of them, and it hurts their posture like this. There's your jump kick. And, you can get a plunging death blow. You just hit your death blow button, like, in mid-air after the jump kick, like that. It's awesome. Can you please do a sweeping attack? Would you like to continue our training, you jackass? I don't think your throat has taken enough abuse today. Yeah, I like to do the jump kick and swing my blade sort of as I'm coming back down if it's a stronger enemy and I'm not getting the death blow. Get a few extra hits in that way. Free combat is now available. Really? More free combat? Ah, applied. We can test our applied knowledge of everything that we've learned. I mean, I've defeated a mini-boss. I think I'm doing okay. As far as applied application of knowledge and training. I didn't exactly deflect too well on that flurry of attacks, but it's okay. I would like you to face me. That's the thing. Fighting this guy is like, he always ends up against the walls when I'm up against him. Come on now. I don't. I tried to do a move I don't have access to. I tried to do that thrust counter move that I mentioned earlier. Okay. Splendid, sure. I don't think that last round was splendid, but whatever. If you're satisfied.
というのは存外に心地よいものだな。じゃがそこもと少しは加減してくれ。毎度いとうてかなわぬわ。
Oh, I'm sorry.
冗談じゃ。これからも存分に切るといい。わかった。なんだ。それがしの死なずもそこもとの役に立ったのならば意味があったのやもしれぬ。
Okay, zombie man, I'm glad you found purpose in life, or in undeath. And he just wants to talk about the offering box and the temple. Which means I think we're done here with this guy. And we have been at this for quite a while, so I think we are done with the episode as well. I'm going to come back and hang out at this Sculptor's idol, and we can talk about what's coming up in the next episode. We are going to take our new skills, our new training, our new shurikens, and all of that other fun stuff out into the field, and make our way up to the castle. Try to save Kuro. So look forward to all of that in the next episode. Until then, I have been foggyseñor. Thank you all very much for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao now.